Hello everyone! To those that don't know me, my name is Hibba and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm predominantly known as a DIY YouTuber, but I wanted to now incorporate some high vibe kind of mental health related videos because these things really have helped me in my life, and if it means I can help someone else then that would be amazing. So I'm here on my lazy Sunday in my casual clothes, about to edit the video you're about to watch, and realised that I missed out. I couldn't find the intro, so I just thought I'd film a quick intro. I am not a doctor. These are things that have directly helped me in my life, so that's what I'm speaking on. Not speaking on anything from necessarily like scientific facts. It's more based on lifestyle things that genuinely have helped me and I genuinely feel will help other people. Also, I don't want you to feel like you should put pressure on yourself to incorporate these things in your life, but if you do, just experiment and see what works for you. But I do feel like a lot of these things will help you, so do try and give some of them a try, and hit subscribe if you like this video because I'm aiming to minimum post 1 day a week. Great start to my filming. My camera just cut off and I'm not sure why. But anyway, getting back to it, with this year in 2020, obviously we're in the global pandemic, and I feel like mental health is so much more of a thing right now, and so what I'm about to talk about is literally life-changing in my opinion. So one of the kind of themes of my channel is create to escape, and it's not to escape your life, but it's just to kind of separate yourself from your immediate life for a moment so that you can have a breather and just re-ground yourself and center yourself again so that you can have a higher quality of life. And and I feel like with meditation, you know, with meditation you have to kind of almost silence your mind and you kind of train your mind to have discipline. I feel like creativity and DIY and making things is kind of on a similar path because it stops you from thinking about all your worries and you're doing something productive and you're doing something positive and you're developing yourself and growing. So I do feel like all of the DIYs that I kind of show on my channel really do tie in with that, but I kind of want to put a bit more focus onto specifically raising your energetic vibration. I don't know all the science behind it, but I am going to talk about what I know. So let's get into it. So I'm back with my phone, and obviously this is kind of still new to me talking like this about these things, so I will need my phone. So I'm just going to read out something I posted on my Instagram stories the other day. One of the best things I have been learning more about and practicing recently is increasing your vibration. It's daily acts and practices that make your vibrational level higher energy, more positive, etc. So it makes the vibrational level of your body, which we're made up of little particles and they vibrate, I guess. I don't know the science exactly behind it, but I know that when you have a higher vibrational level and a better vibrational level, it attracts stuff into your life. So I said, this in turn causes positive things to manifest into your life. It also makes you do a higher quality of work, and it also guides you towards your true purpose. Through having a higher vibrational level, you may naturally just tap into what your purpose is in this world. If you're someone who's been struggling with figuring out what direction to go in, feeling like your brain's been all busy and panicky and not really knowing where to go in life and what to do, something as simple as focusing on increasing and improving your vibrational level is what can literally create the answers that you seek. And you wouldn't think it would, because it's like, sounds a bit like airy fairy, but you just feel like when you start focusing on increasing your vibrational level, all of a sudden stuff slowly starts to fall to place. You'll find certain synchronicities and serendipities in your life, and just things that you just manifest things, like things that you've always wanted, they slowly come to you. I feel like that's been happening for me. I feel like I'm still working on it and kind of making that happen even more so. But anyway, let's get to the part where I tell you how I think some really, really good ways to increase your vibrational level. Eating high energy foods. So I opt for vegan food personally. That's my life, that's my diet. But also, if you're not vegan and you want to look into that route, just like incorporating more raw foods, having like more healthy meals in your lifestyle in general, less processed foods, like foods which are more like natural, like aren't like mixed, like things that are pre-made and stuff, like maybe cook your own foods and things. Really try and focus on that. If you find that intimidating, maybe you can start by just doing one meal or 2 meals every now and again. So wean yourself onto it. Every single thing that I'm telling you in this video, you can just do it step by step, slowly. You don't have to like throw everything on yourself. And the top tip is definitely choose the easiest thing to do first. So for example, when I started cooking for myself, I actually found a really easy 3 ingredient like breakfast cookie kind of cake recipe, and I think I actually did a video on how to make that on my YouTube, so I'll try and link that video here in the down information bit. So basically those cookie cake things, you literally just mash up banana, put oats and something else, coconut sugar or something, and it literally makes these cake cookie things that you can just grab and eat for breakfast, and they're much healthier than, or maybe like processed cereals, and you've made that yourself, so it has a vibration higher, that food has a literal higher vibrational level into it because it's been made by you with your good intentions put into it, with I feel like it's positive when you're baking or when you're cooking or whatever. It like, I feel like it adds that higher vibrational level, to be honest with you. So you're eating that as well. And for me as a vegan, the reason why I feel like non-animal products I go down that route is I feel like if an animal is feeling pain, or if a creature has been put through any sort of negative process to then create your food, that negative energy is then going into your food and you're consuming that. So water. I've actually just, now I like drink filtered tap water. I feel like obviously with so much plastic production and like plastic water bottles and things, it's not the best thing to drink. So I am kind of working with just filtering tap water. I don't think tap water in London is that good, but I think filter is a start, so I'm still learning more about that. So if you're drinking something that's filtered, then I guess you're filtering out maybe some of the bad stuff in it, which in turn creates a higher energy. Aside from that, drinking water in general is healthy and it's clean, and it's not like a processed drink or anything. It's just natural, and obviously if you can have like fresh mountain water, or I don't know where you are in the world, you definitely can't get that in central London, then that's amazing, and it's refreshing and it hydrates you and it nourishes you and it makes your skin nice. I'm actually going to show you one thing really quickly. So this is from my business, Trinket Treasures. They are stainless steel water bottles, but actually you can put any liquids in it. It keeps cold liquids cold, hot liquids hot, and I stuck healing crystals on top. This one's a bit messy because it was like my tester piece before I kind of made them for my customers, but quartz crystals are known as a master healer, so that's really nice to have that healing crystal energy in your kind of like infuses into your drink. And then this, I actually fill it up with filtered water, and I have this by my bedside at night, so no dust or anything gets in there when you're sleeping because it's got the lid, and then you're not wasting any water. It's all concealed and clean in there. And then I just like drink the whole thing first thing in the morning. I feel like it just refreshes me. And I also do lemon water and things, but if you're on the go, just pre-prepare the night before, have a nice bottle of water ready for you to drink in the morning. So meditation, a lot of people don't like meditating. I feel like the best way to start out would be to firstly find your perfect spot for yourself. Shall I show you my spot? It's a bit messy right now. So I have my window here, and I have this chair with my shark cuddly toy, and I sit on that every day. So that's my view, but actually you don't usually see that house that I just showed you opposite. You don't actually see that when you sit in my meditation chair. That way it's angled, it's just trees that you're facing, so it's so much nicer, but it's a bit difficult for me to show you that right now. So meditation, lots of people feel like, no, that's not for me or whatever, but there's no harm in even like just trying it out. Even trying, I think if you can try out 5 minutes a day, forget the spiritual side of it. It just trains your brain to like breathe for a second, just calm down, especially if you're someone who's always on your phone, always on the go, just busy, busy, busy. 5 minutes a day. I mean, I personally would recommend doing like 20 minutes a day, but if that, I remember when that was really intimidating for me. So 5 minutes a day, literally just go on YouTube and type in 5-minute guided meditation and you'll find some really good ones. I usually just pick the ones that have like the highest amount of views and stuff, because you know that they must be popular and therefore good. And then you can increase to 10 and then 15. I sometimes pick meditations of people that I'm really like interested in, like Deepak Chopra does. Oh, I can't pronounce his name, I'm so sorry. But he does like quick 10-minute meditations on his YouTube. And then people like Aaron Doty, he's a YouTuber and he actually does his own meditations, so I do his as well, which are really cool, and he talks a lot about increasing vibration, which is really nice. In conclusion, with meditation, it just, the reason why it's really good to silence your mind is, let's say you get in the habit of meditating 5 to 20 to however many minutes a day. I've noticed since meditating, let's say you're someone who panics or worries, because you've practiced and taught yourself the ability to shut your mind off. If you're in a panic about anything, you put that same practice into that situation. So instead of panicking, you tap back into that meditative mindset and go, well, I have enough discipline to stop these thoughts. And therefore, by the time you've stopped all your thoughts and you've had like that moment, you'll find that you've calmed down from the situation. I feel like meditation is honestly life-changing. I feel like even you could be the least spiritual person in the world, just training your mind to be silenced every now and again and just be amongst its own silent existence, I just feel is amazing. And you know how high vibrational you will be when you're proud of yourself for diffusing the panic in your mind when you're in like a panicky situation? That's that one. Stopping, breathing, sitting in silence with yourself. So that kind of ties in with meditation, but it could also be, let's say you're really, 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 really busy and you're like on the go, on the go. And for me as an entrepreneur who's run like many of my own businesses, I have literally had months where I'm on the go. It's those times where even more you should be stopping, breathing, meditating. When we're babies, we take the full deep breaths. We use our chests and our stomachs and our diaphragm, and we're taking those proper deep breaths. When we're always on the go and when we're adults, you might actually realize that you're not taking as many deep breaths, and through nature, we should be breathing properly. So if you find yourself being really, really, really busy, have that self-discipline to just be like, stop, just take like a deep breath or 2 or 3. And then you just, when you feel like your body like less tense, then you can just get on with what you're doing. Exercise and yoga. So we all know that exercise is really healthy and helpful and good and wonderful. For me, I felt like I found exercise really intimidating because people would say to me, if you don't go at least twice a week, or if you don't spend minimum 45 minutes in the gym, you're not going to notice anything, blah, blah, blah. Forget that. If you have that mindset, in my opinion, then you're focusing on results and you're not focusing on adapting your lifestyle. Adapt your lifestyle to what works for you. For example, I'm now a member of my local gym. It's not the nicest gym in the world, but it's really local to me. It means I can run out of my house in less than 10 minutes, I'm at my gym. And if I literally feel like doing 5 minutes on the treadmill, I'm going to pat myself on the back and say, I got to walk to and from the gym. I put my gym kit on. I got myself out of the house to refresh myself. And I did a little bit on the treadmill. And to be honest with you, I have got a bit of social anxiety from coronavirus, like just being in quarantine and stuff. It's very intimidating starting the gym again. So I really hope that so far this is helpful to you guys, because obviously I'm like nervous and I haven't done this before, but it's really exciting for me to share this because I think it will change human beings' lives, because it's changed my life. Have you noticed that everything I'm talking about is not talking about think about your future, think about results? I'm literally telling you nice positive habits to have, and that's it. Catching yourself when you complain. That also ties in with the meditation mindset, because it's that discipline to just, and consciousness, and like you're living in your conscious mind when you do this, to just be like, when you're complaining, just like catch, like no, stop. And then creating that discipline to constantly catch yourself and stop yourself. If you can't stop yourself from complaining, you really want to vent, at least complain to yourself or complain to someone close to you and they say, I am conscious of the fact that I am complaining right now. I also know that I need to get over it and not complain about that in the future, but I'm going to let myself have my moments every now and again, because obviously we're human. So just as long as you're conscious that you're complaining, at least, then you just are self-aware. And all of that ties into high vibration, being more self-aware, having discipline, healthy habits, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy soul. Okay. So gratitude. So when you're worrying, complaining, anxious, it actually doesn't do it and it make anything better. You might have justified reasons for complaining, you might have justified reasons for being worried, but it isn't actually going to help or create results. So back to the complaining kind of comment I made, just be, if you feel the need to like panic and worry a bit, just be conscious of it. If you simply can't control it. But I do think when you do the other practices like taking breaks, drinking water, breathing, meditation, you'll probably notice that you'll feel more high vibration and therefore have like a glass half full, just see life in a more kind of gratitude kind of way anyway. But obviously I think every self-help thing says it, but it really does work to do gratitude at least once a day. So write 3 things you're grateful for. So you can like pick big things, small things, stuff that you're grateful for to do with family members, anything really. That all is very high vibration kind of way to live and be. And just when you think of high vibration and positivity, gratitude obviously really ties in with that. Having compassion for ourselves and remembering that we are human and trying our best. So that really ties in with everything I've been saying, because I don't want anyone to feel bad if they can't achieve these things, at least immediately, because I know that life can be really intense sometimes. Just realizing that everything that you're doing in this moment is exactly your very best. And sometimes people go, well, it's not my very best because I was lazy and I was this and I was that. Well, that was your best in that moment. And we are human beings and we aren't robots, and society has brainwashed us to think that life has to be a specific way. How about we just listen to our bodies and our hearts and our minds and our souls and go on our own journey? Sometimes I get panicky with my business and I'm like, if my business doesn't do well, how am I going to pay rent? I have a studio and I have like a workspace and I have an apartment. How am I going to pay rent? So no, it's not. So my camera keeps cutting out because I need to buy a new memory card, it seems, because one of my memory cards literally just turns off my camera. So I was saying there's times where I'm like, no, I actually need to work really hard to pay rent and everything, and that was really intimidating for me, and that's why I've in the past overworked myself. But I like decided to test things out this month, and I just feel like I'm like, because I've been so heavily focused on this vibrational level thing and practicing it, I don't stress even like 80% as much. Like, that's how dramatic things have changed in my life, which is why I'm doing this video, because I've spent the last 2 months really just kind of tapping into what's better for me in my life for the long term. And I'm still making the same amount of sales on my online shop. I just realized that taking that time out made me create better use of my time, made me actually do better quality work, and therefore in turn increase like sales for my business. So actually taking the space has actually given me more time off and same amount of sales, literally. And I've been fully like self-employed for 6-7 years now, and that's like mind-blowing to me. And I actually have a business mentor and I've had him for 3 years, and he's told me for 3 years, take time off. And I would never take time off, because taking time off meant sitting alone with myself and my thoughts, and working kind of distracted me from my thoughts. And now forcing myself to meditate and take time out and exercise and whatever has actually forced me to face my thoughts, face my life, face a lot of things, you know, that I didn't before when I was busy, and therefore just be a higher quality human being with higher vibrational level. And therefore I've managed to essentially manifest time off but the same amount of sales. And I know you can just say, oh, that's not manifestation. But when I do visualize my life, I visualize my business doing well, but I also visualize it feeling easy, and me just being able to stay at home on a Wednesday. What day is it today? On a Thursday. I've stayed at home Wednesday and Thursday and I'm still making sales. I didn't feel the need to go into my office. I planned my time correctly, and I'll have a business talk another time. I feel like I could delve into that forever. So anyway, so in conclusion, panicking, worrying, beating ourselves up does not help, it makes it worse. I keep emphasizing having compassion for yourselves and letting yourself process the feelings, and then deciding within yourself if you should adapt that or change that, because I'm really big on not pushing people, and because when you haven't walked in someone else's shoes, you don't really know the best way for them to process things. So it's just a case of just a pause, just a thought maybe that might help some people, you know. These are just like my own things that have helped me and helped me less fearful of the future, I guess, because I'm prepping myself now so that I can better handle my future, which makes everything so much less scary and makes me in turn calmer, and then in turn higher vibrational, and then in turn manifest the good stuff into my life, which then in turn gives me a better quality of life, which then in turn makes me even happier, and then it's a cycle. And so when you can keep, it's like if you're drowning underwater, if you can just keep staying afloat and you notice yourself drowning, drink that glass of water, oh, you're going like afloat again, and then you're drowning again, oh, just like breathe, exercise, you're afloat again. So it's just like every time you notice yourself dipping, just choose the easiest thing on the list, even if it's just stopping and having a glass of water, stopping for 3 minutes, breathing. It will just maybe just bring you back up again. It's like, you know, when you have a bad day and everything goes wrong, you step in a puddle, a car almost hits you, someone's rude to you, blah blah blah, and you know, those days that you just have when it's a knock-on thing. I mean, I feel like that ties into what I'm saying about vibrational level. When you have a lower vibrational level, one could argue you're attracting these negative things into your life in that day. And I just feel like I just believe in that kind of stuff. I believe in energies attracting things, and sometimes when you're in such an upbeat mood, higher vibration, everything just seems to run smoother, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, I'm really interested in you guys' opinions as well, and if you have any tips, then please leave that in the comments, because I'm sure people would appreciate, you know, more help. Okay, so then I said, if you feel your vibrational level dip, pause and refer back to the list of things I've said. You don't need all the answers in life. Just focus on keeping your vibration as high as possible. Don't kick yourself if you let it drop. Just go back to the list and try again. Just try. Just try. That's all we can do. Don't hate on yourself. Just try your best. And I have so much more, you guys. So much more on the list. And I feel like part of me wants to do another video, but I think I might just, hopefully if I have enough memory, go through it and do it more briefly, and then maybe go in depth into it if you guys like this video and want me to do more. So smile. Just like the stretch of your face and just smiling. You kind of can, if you smile enough, you can do it when you're on your own if you're worried about being creepy. But to be honest with you, I wear masks when I go out for obviously the coronavirus pandemic, so you can just do it under your mask. Laugh. Just laugh at yourself. Oh my gosh, I made myself laugh the other day. I wasn't even doing anything interesting. I literally had a pan, I was cooking, and then I started going like this and swinging the pan around and just looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like crying of laughter. And I think I was crying of laughter because it was the stupidest thing to laugh at, and then that in turn made me laugh more, and oh my gosh, that just increases your vibrational level so fast. Scents and smells. Oh my gosh. Pick your favourite scent, get an essential oil. You can literally get them like a mini bottle from like for like £3 from Amazon or whatever, and it just changes your mood. Right now I have this candle, and I literally was just in Cold Drops Yard in King's Cross, and it was a random stall, and I smelt this candle, and I wasn't even planning on candle shopping, but the smell was so beautiful. Sometimes you just have to realize that there's a reason why you love something so much, and therefore you should purchase it. So I loved it so much, the smell, and I'm not someone who's really an impulse buyer at all, and I like to only spend on things I need, really, because I'm trying to just not live life in excess. And but I told myself, because I loved it so much, it made me feel, the smell made me feel something that is going to benefit my life. So buying a candle and a nice smell is enough to lift my mood, which in turn makes me more productive, which in turn increases my higher vibrational level, which in turn makes other good things happen. So you see how everything kind of ties in. Something as simple as a smell, a candle, an object, it can work. And I also believe in supporting independent brands, and this is an independent brand, and they made this candle thing with clay and sand. So that is very high vibrational when you're literally supporting a small business, and they've made this with love and passion. Oh my gosh, support small businesses, guys. That is giving is such a nice feeling, and that's going to raise your high vibration. So for you to be able to purchase something, which in turn helps a business, which is kind of like giving to them, but you're also receiving something you like as well. Oh my gosh, that is real high vibration. No mass production here. Healing crystals. I have all these healing crystals, but I'm going to talk about that in another video because I could go on forever. Healing crystals that you're drawn to, keep them by your bed. High vibration. So I've got customized clothes or rework. So the reason why this is so cool, A, you're practicing a skill. B, you're focusing on the craft, so therefore it kind of separates you from any problems you may have in your life or any like worries. You're literally focusing on that. You're stepping away from reality, essentially, like create to escape, what I was saying. So watch my YouTube videos, and I've got plenty of tutorials for you to make things, so no excuses, guys. So that's it, guys. In conclusion, why are we increasing our vibrational level? It's to help us live our lives in the best version of ourselves by doing daily practices. Just little practices. Next thing you know, you have little pots of positivity just spewing at you. Oh, the water, high vibration. Oh, the smell, it smells so nice. Yeah. Then vibrational levels are high, so you've got to that stage. And then all of a sudden, I noticed that I make more sales, or I have a really good idea for my business. And sales are important, by the way. It's really important because in order for me to pay my rent, I need sales. So that's another thing. Let's not have shame in wanting to make money to achieve our dreams and goals in life. There is no shame in that. So shame will lower your vibrational level too. So own who you are. Yeah, next thing you know, you're more positive, and you're in a place to create and manifest and bring in more positivity into your life, and then you also just manifest like the good stuff that you want, and you can live your best life. Anyway, guys, that is it. I really hope you liked it. I really hope I was clear and you understood what I was talking about, and it's just not like confused the heck out of you. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Ideally, I don't really want like mean comments because I'm trying my best, and sometimes I try my absolute best with these videos and then people leave mean comments, and then I don't post another video for ages because I'm trying my best and that's all I can really do. So please give me a thumbs up if you liked it, a comment if you liked this video so that I know if I should post more. That is it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. I will be back soon. Mwah. Sending you all love. Goodbye.